Hello, welcome to the Self-Learning Podcast by Dr. Sushma Singh. Let us start discussion on Chapter 1, Social Structure, Stratification and Social Processes in Society. And our topic is competition as an idea and practice. As in the case of cooperation, discussions on the concept of competition often proceed with the idea that competition is universal and natural. But going back to our discussion on how sociological explanation is different from naturalistic one, it is important to understand competition as a social entity that emerges and becomes dominant in society at a particular historical point of time. In the contemporary period, it is a predominant idea, and often we find it difficult to think that there can be any society where competition is not a guiding force. An anecdote of a school teacher who recounted her experience with children in a remote area of Africa draws attention to the fact that competition itself has to be explained sociologically and not as a natural phenomenon. The anecdote refers to the teacher's assumption that the children will naturally rejoice at the idea of a competitive race where the winner would get a chocolate as a prize. To her surprise, her suggestion not only did not evoke any enthusiasm but instead seemed to cause considerable anxiety and distress. On probing further, they expressed their distaste for a game where there would be winner and loser. This went against their idea of fun, which meant for them a necessarily cooperative and collective experience, and not a competitive one where the rewards necessarily exclude some and reward one or few. In the contemporary world, however, competition is the dominant norm and practice. Classical sociological thinkers such as Emile Durkheim and Karl Marx have noted the growth of individualism and competition respectively in modern societies. Both developments are instinct to the way modern capitalist society functions. The stress is on greater efficiency and greater profit maximization. The underlying assumptions of capitalism are expansion of trade, division of labor, specialization, and hence rising productivity. And these processes of self-sustaining growth are fueled by the central theme of capitalism: rational individuals in free competition in the marketplace, each striving to maximize profits. The ideology of competition is the dominant ideology in capitalism. The logic of this ideology is that the market operates in a manner that ensures greater efficiency. For example, competition ensures that the most efficient firm survives. Competition ensures that the students with higher marks or best studies get admission into prestigious colleges and then get the best jobs. In all cases, the best refers to that which ensures the greatest material rewards. Views that the human naturally like to compete has to be understood critically, like all other naturalistic explanations. Competition as a desirable value flourished with the onset of capitalism. Competition and the whole laissez-faire economy of 19th century capitalism may have been important in promoting economic growth. The exceptionally rapid development of the American economy may be attributable to the greater scope of competition in the United States. But still, we cannot produce any exact correlation between the extent of competition or the intensity of competitive spirit and the rate of economic growth in different societies. And on the other hand, there are grounds for supposing that competition has other less welcomed effects. This ideology assumes that the individuals compete on an equal basis, that is, that all individuals are positioned equally in the competition for education, jobs, or resources. But as the earlier discussions on stratification or inequality showed, individuals are placed differently in society. If the greater number of children in India do not go to school or drop out sooner rather than later, then they remain out of the competition entirely. Now let us wind up the session and thank you very much for engaging yourself with the Self Learning podcast.